Hey guys, TekGeekHD here again with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys what's on my MacBook Pro. Now I'm currently using a 13.3-inch late 2013 MacBook Pro with Retina display. Now this is the top of the line pre-configured model from Apple. It comes with an Intel Core i5 as well as 8GB of RAM, but I will get into that in a little while. Now what's physically on my MacBook Pro, I actually have a spec satin see-through case. This is a hard shell case for the top and the bottom of the MacBook Pro. It's a snap-on case and it has a really nice matte feel to it. The only problem with this case is that it's a little bit difficult to clean because it does get smudges and fingerprints very easily if you have oily fingers after eating something. But besides for that, it doesn't add too much bulk and it does really protect the computer. So anyway guys, let's actually now move on onto the actual applications. Alright guys, so let's move on to the applications. Now first off, as you guys can see here, I've already shown you guys or told you guys that this is the top of the line MacBook Pro 13-inch, but here are the specifications. Just come over here to more information. As you guys can see, it's a MacBook Pro Retina 13-inch late 2013 with a 2.6 GHz core, Intel Core i5, 8GB of 1600 MHz DDR3 RAM, integrated Intel Iris graphics, and it's currently running OS X Mavericks at 10.9.4. I'm still waiting for Yosemite to come out, but as you guys will see in a minute, I have taken a couple measures to be able to replicate Yosemite as close as possible. And that is, A, by using the new Yosemite wallpapers that just came out in the latest beta, and B, by using an application which I covered here on the channel a little while ago called CDock, to get this dock over here, which looks very reminiscent of the Yosemite dock. And the way that I do that is by using this application here. So you open up CDock. This is the latest version. Now what you can actually do is change, and the one that I have I think is called Gray, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so there is an update available for CDock, but this generally happens very quickly. It's a very small and light application. It works very well, and I would definitely recommend checking it out. I have covered it before on the channel, as I mentioned earlier, and that was in the video on how to get a transparent dock. But definitely go ahead and check it out because there's a lot more in regards to how powerful it is in the customization of your dock. Alright, so let's move on to the applications as I mentioned before. So we'll start with what's on my dock. Now of course I have changed the icons a little bit, and these are using some custom icons I found on deviantart.com. They're .icns files, so I just replaced them using the information box by hitting Command I on any of the applications. So of course I have Finder and Trash, but in the middle I have Google Chrome, which is my web browser of choice. Messages, because I use this to iMessage basically all the time when I don't have my phone on me or when I'm not using my phone. iTunes, which of course is my music player. System preferences. Now I know it's easy to access it from right here, but I choose just to keep it in the dock because I use it more often than not, and I don't want to have to go through clicking all of this over here. Then I have Final Cut Pro, which I use to, or Final Cut Pro 10, which I use to edit all of my videos, including this one. I have Adobe Lightroom, Adobe Lightroom 5, as well as Adobe Photoshop CS6. I have uTorrent, which I use to as my torrent client, and I have the Twitter application, which unfortunately I don't use it as often as I would like to, but I really do hope that I can start sometime soon. So let's open up, what is this, Launchpad? Yeah. So these are the applications that I use essentially all the time. Well, most of them. So I have Safari, Mail, Contacts, Calendar, and Reminders, which I honestly don't really use. And then I have Notes, which I use every single day. Then I have the Maps application, which I don't know why you would use this on a computer, because you can't really carry your laptop around with you when you need a map, but I use this more often than not on my iPhone. I don't think I've ever opened it on my Mac. Then I have Messages, of course, FaceTime and FaceTime Audio, which I use very often. Photo Booth, which I've used only once to check out the iSight camera on this computer. Game Center, iTunes, iBooks, and the App Store, which are pretty much self-explanatory. I have Preview, which I use to open up all my photographs, but I basically just open them up. I don't open up the application. Then I have Dictionary, Calendar. I use the calendar sometimes, but I have that in my when you scroll all the way to the left. You guys know what I'm talking about. Then in this other folder, I have basically all the quote-unquote other applications that come with the Mac. I don't really think I've added anything here, but the only ones that I've ever used are Automator, Time Machine, System Information, and Disk Utility. And sometimes, or on my older computer, I used Boot Camp Assist, which was my MacBook Air. Then I, of course, have mission control, which is that thing I was talking about when you scroll all the way to the left, but I can't really show you that because I have a bunch of notes on there which have some private information. Then I have dashboard. I think maybe dashboard is that. I'm not really sure. Then system preferences, Google Chrome, App Cleaner, which is a very, very useful application. It's a very small and light application, but it helps you get rid of basically larger applications which are taking up space on your computer, and you want to get rid of every single file associated with that. Then I have Asphalt 6, which I think is the only game on my computer. I used to play this back in the day when I was in high school. I know it sounds like when I say back in the day, it was a long time ago, but it was really just like 6 or 7 months ago. I used to play this when I was still in high school, and when I was bored in class or something, and I didn't want to pay attention, I was playing Asphalt 6. Then I have BoxSync, which is essentially basically like Dropbox, but when I signed up, it actually gave me 50 gigabytes of free storage, so I decided to use that, and that's really, I don't even think I filled up 1/4 of that space yet, but I really like it. But now they only give you 10 gigabytes when you sign up. I was lucky that I was one of the first people to sign up, so I got 50 gigabytes. And I really like it. I have it across all of my devices. I have it on my iPhone, on my Mac, I have it logged in on my mom's iPad because I like to share files with her sometimes, and it is very, very useful. Now I also do have Cinch, which since I actually used to use a Windows computer, and that is definitely back in the day. It's been quite a few years since I used a Windows computer, but when I did, I used to really enjoy the Windows 7 Aero Snap feature, which let you snap windows around. And I'm going to show you that with, I'll try it with a Finder window. So I have Finder here, and that actually let me snap all my windows to the left, to the right. It resizes them, and that's basically what Cinch here does. It's very useful. I really like this application. I would definitely recommend picking it up. It's only like $7. I of course have the free version right now, which basically just gives you a pop-up every now and then asking you to buy it, but I mean, you can just close it out. But it is a very, very useful application. If you have the $7, I'd go ahead and buy it if I was you. The next application I have here is called Photor, which is a photo editor. It's a very light and simple photo editor. Then I have Handbrake, which I use to encode all of my videos, and I made this custom icon myself, but I think it's a little stupid looking right now, so I might make a new one. Then I have Mediafire for desktop. Again, I use that to share a lot of my files. If you guys ever ask me for wallpapers and stuff, I generally upload it to Mediafire and then add a link in the description of my videos. Then I have Musi, which is an interesting application. It tells you what music is playing in the background. At the moment, I was listening to 10 Feet Tall by Afrojack. So yeah, that's that. And then I have Keynote, which I've never opened before, ScreenFlow, which I'm using to record this video at the moment, some Microsoft crap. I mean, I use Microsoft Word every now and again, and I don't think I've ever used Microsoft Outlook. Then I have some Adobe information here. I have Photoshop, Lightroom, Adobe Bridge, Final Cut Pro, like I'd mentioned before, uTorrent, VLC, which I use to play non-supported files by QuickTime. I have No Sleep, which keeps my MacBook Pro awake and running, even when the lid is closed. The Twitter application, as I mentioned before. Then I have Audacity, which I use sometimes to remove the noise from some of my audio recordings, but more often than not, I don't really use this. CDock, as I mentioned before, the Logitech controller. Now, I actually recently bought a new Logitech Performance MX mouse, and it is coming in the mail because my old one stopped working, so this is probably useful for that. Then the Logitech unifying software, which kind of works in conjunction with that. Then I have Light Icon, which you can use to replace your icons. Now, I did it the manual way, but I'm pretty sure that Light Icon is probably a better way to go. Then I have the Wacom Desktop Center and Wacom Display settings, as well as the Wacom Tablet utility for my Intuos Small, I think, with the pen. So I use that sometimes. I'm still learning how to use it. So far, I don't regret my purchase, but I mean, it's really, really frustrating. So I'm still trying to get a hang of that. Over here, I have Android File Transfer, which I used to use with my Nexus 4, and hopefully, if I can pick up a OnePlus One soon, then this will probably come in handy. I do have 2 or 3 invites from OnePlus, which I'm going to be using. Then I have HP Utility, which I used to use for my printer back at home. I have Carbon Copy Cloner, which is a backup utility, but I should probably delete that. Because I don't really use it anymore. I have Autodesk Sketchbook Pro, ArtGrade Studio Pro, which again I don't really use, so I'm probably going to delete that using App Cleaner. Then I have the remote desktop connection, which came with the Microsoft Office suite, so I'm probably going to delete that and this, whatever that is. Microsoft Messenger, which I don't even know why that still exists. Microsoft Communicator, don't even know what that is. Adobe Launcher utility, Adobe PC Broker, Again, I'm not really sure what that is. It just came with, I think, Illustrator. And then finally, Adobe Illustrator CC 2014, which I'm going to be using at the Rhode Island School of Design very soon, towards the end of this month when I finally join. And that is about it for the applications on my Mac, guys. Now, honorable mention probably goes out to, let's head over here to Safari. Whenever Google Chrome is busy doing something, or it's using up a lot of system resources, which Google Chrome really does, Safari is a pretty good internet browser now on the Mac. On the PC, it's still kind of useless, but on a Mac, Safari is probably a really, really good secondary option. Because I do understand that Google Chrome uses a lot of system resources. My fans are always kicking up when I'm using Google Chrome. Less now on this new computer, but a lot when I used to have my MacBook Air. So again, guys, that does about do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. This video was requested by one of my viewers, so shout out to them. I forget who it was, but here's the video. Whoever asked for it. If you guys would like to request any sort of videos, or if you have any sort of ideas in mind for videos that you would like to see on this channel, please do remember to leave them in a comment down below. I read through every single comment that I receive, and I am trying to look for ideas for videos to make because I am completely dead out of ideas. I have no idea what kind of videos to make for you guys, what you want to watch, which is why I did try to make those separate cinematic style videos just to see if anybody would want to watch them. Unfortunately, nobody does, but if you do, or if you would like to see any sort of videos again, leave it in the comment down below. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please do remember to leave it a like rating, and for more videos like these, as well as many others, please do remember to subscribe. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and as always, I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.